ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। यन्नित्यमानन्दमनन्तमेकं शिवेति नाम्ना श्रुतयो गृह्णन्ति तस्यावतारो नररूपधारी कृपासुदाब्धि भुवि रामकृष्णः। जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयोश्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः। सत्यव्रतं सत्यपरं त्रिसत्यं सत्यस्य योनिं निहितं च सत्ये सत्यस्य सत्यं मृतसत्यनेत्रं सत्यात्मकं त्वां शरणं प्रपन्नाः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। यस्यात्मभूतस्य गुरोः प्रसादात् अहं विमुक्तोऽस्मि शरीरबन्धात्। सर्वोपदेष्टुः पुरुषोत्तमस्य तस्याङ्घ्रियुग्मं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यम्। A law which is considered as universal should be unconditional. Any universal law should be unconditional. It should be applicable irrespective of person, place, time and situation. That is called universal law. Like fire burns, that is the universal law. Fire burns either it is morning or evening. Fire burns whether it is touched by young or old, poor or rich, illiterate or educated. Fire burns either in India or in Siberia, irrespective of place, situation, person and time. This universal law is applicable. Similarly, in Veda, an universal law is declared and that law is Satyameva Jayate. A man of truth alone wins. He alone is successful in life. And we were seeing varieties of examples. We saw that this rule was applicable for all types of people. We saw that this rule was applicable to Prahalada, a son of an Asura, to Nachiketas, a son of a highly cultured father. It was applicable for Bhishmacharya. He is very old, at the same time it is applicable, same rule. Nachiketas are very young, it was applicable. For Ramachandramurti, it was applicable, Bhagavan himself. For a cantankerous person like Mahabali Chakravarti, Asura, it was applicable. Like that, varieties of evidences we are seeing that this law is a universal law, it is applicable irrespective of the person's gender or his position, age, education, etc. Today we will see one more example in the form of Karna. Karna was really an unfortunate child. He suffered for no fault of his. Because his parent did not take care of him, therefore he suffered. Karna goes to Bhishmacharya when Bhishmacharya was in deathbed and asks, I am not able to understand why I suffered so much. I have not done anything wrong. Why so much suffering? Whole life the society has given me only bitter things. Why? Then Bhishmacharya says, it is unfortunate, Karna, because you are born before the marriage. Any child which is going to be born before the marriage, samskara, the child has to undergo all these problems. He is a specimen in our culture. If a society prefers to have a child before marriage, what will be the fate of the child? In spite of having so much of character, power, blessings of the divinity, still the child has to undergo all the while suffering. And such a person, even though he was on the wrong side in his life, he was taken to the wrong side by the life situations. He has not gone wrong side, but he was taken to the wrong side. Life situations have pushed him to the wrong side. But still, even though he was in the wrong side, as far as he is concerned, he was the man of character. And he held three principles in his life as his prana, as his life force. He was Satyasandaha, Brahmanyaha, Vadanyaha. Satyasandaha, he was utterly committed to truth. Brahmanyaha, always reverential towards the noble people. And Vadanyaha, always he was a giver. Always he was a giver. So he considered these three values as his life. Today we will see his life as the evidence for the Vedic assertion Satyameva Jayate. You all know, when Kunti was a small girl, she served Durvasa Rishi, and knowing the future of Kunti, Durvasa Rishi gave one mantra and told, when you want to have a child after marriage, when you have a situation that through your husband you cannot have child, that time this mantra may help you. Don't take it casually. If anybody chants this mantra, meditating on one particular devata, that devata will manifest as your child. This was the caution. With this caution, this mantra was given to Kunti. As an adolescent girl, she was very curious. What is there? Like our adolescent children. The very curiosity takes them to destruction. What is there? So that idea, what is there? What is there in Facebook? What is there in Twitter? So very curiosity takes them to destruction if they are not guided by the elders. So this child, this adolescent Kunti, wanted to test the veracity of this mantra. She saw that Surya Devata was shining, standing on the terrace of the palace. She simply uttered this mantra. Immediately Surya Devata appeared before her and told, since you have asked me, I have to give you a child. That's all. Even though she was a virgin, still she became mother of a child. What will she do? Loka Apavata will be there. Society cannot accept this. In those days, society will not accept anyone having a child without marriage. So she kept the baby inside the box and floated into the Ganga river. While doing so, she observed this child was decorated with kavacha and kundala, armor and a type of earring. From the birth itself, as a sign of divine child. So therefore, she named the child Vashusena. That means a child with gold. No child is born with gold. This child was born with a type of golden skin and golden earring. So when the child was floating on the river, the charioteer found that child. So he took to his house, and the charioteer's wife name was Radha. Therefore, this child was named as Radheya. So he was growing as a charioteer's son. But nobody is able to understand why such a glorious son is left as an orphan. It is understandable if the child is physically challenged child, a mother can give up. Or if the child is not useful according to these social conventions, then the mother can give up. That itself is asuric tendency of the mother. But how a mother can give up such a beautiful child, wonderful child, full of tejas? Like that, the foster parent also were wondering, Karna also was wondering, why my mother gave up me? So naturally he was attracted towards the glory of the sun god, and Surya Devata became his Upasya Devata. So he was brought up as a charioteer's son, criticized by the upper caste people as a Sutaputra, servant son. Sutaputra means what? Servant son. Karna was not able to accept that. He himself went to Parashurama's Gurukula and learnt all the Shastra Vidya, Astra Vidya, and became a prime disciple of Parashuramji. There also fate came. Due to his Guru Bhakti, he got one shapa from Guru. That story you know. By the time these Pandavas were declared as the great warriors, especially Arjuna was declared as the greatest one. And in that declaration, in that meeting of declaration, accidentally Karna enters. Because whole city has gathered in one place, so he wanted to know what is the reason. So they told like this. So he entered and he challenged Arjuna. Without competing with me, no one can declare that he is great warrior. So naturally everybody was wondering, who is this person? Because the personality itself something tejas, full of tejas. So everybody was wondering. Then the elders in the meeting, they asked, who are you? Give your parichaya, give your introduction. For a student, the only introduction is, I am the disciple of so and so. So therefore Karna says, I am the disciple of Parashurama. Then immediately one of the elder asks, no, this is not the examination all. We are asking you, what is your family background? As even it was asked. Radheya bowed down, because he knew that in a meeting which is meant for warriors, a servant son cannot enter the game at all. Enter the, what you call, competition at all, he knew. Knowing that Duryodhana, who already failed in all competitions, who was jealous of these Pandavas, he wanted one powerful person on his side. So he came forward on Karna's behalf and gave Angadesha as a gift to him, and then and there itself he was made as a king. Karna was made as a king. All the while Kunti was sitting there. Kunti knew that he is her son because same Kavacha Kundala is still there. Mother certainly knew that, but she could not open her mouth. That time she could not open her mouth because she was adolescent girl, unmarried girl. Now also she cannot open her mouth because she is now Rajamata because of social status. So Duryodhana took Karna on his side, and Karna felt very much elated because there is one person in my life who can recognize my intrinsic glory. Everybody recognized what you call my external introductions. Here is one person who has respected my bravery, who has respected my courage and my talent and made me as a king. Then he asked, what should I do? How can I return your favor? Then Duryodhana says, I don't want anything in return. Just I want to be your friend. Be my friend whole life if possible. Then and there itself Karna gives promise. Yes, my whole life will be with you. Whoever you may be, I don't know. I don't know about you. But one factor, that you have respected me, therefore my life belongs to you. When he gave this promise, by that time from the meeting, a charioteer comes with all pride and says, hey Karna, you have become now Raja, like that. Then if an ordinary person, if he is there, how can he accept a father who happened to be a charioteer, and how can he declare in the open meeting that my father is charioteer? But Karna was a grand person, Mahatma, therefore he falls at the feet of the father. So everybody came to know that he happened to be a charioteer son. Charioteer son has become Raja. Like that, in spite of his intrinsic, grandness, people just criticized him. Whole life they misbehaved with him. For his promise to Duryodhana that I will live as your friend at any cost, there is a test. Satyasandha. Then Vadanyaha. Vadanyaha means anything anybody asks, if he has, he will give. Unconditionally a giving person. That also is commitment. For these two commitments, there will be a series of tests, and you will see how gloriously he passes in that test, and he becomes the evidence for the assertion of Veda, Satyavan eva jayati. First test comes from his father, Surya Devata himself. What happened when Mahabharata war was decided? In heaven, there was a debate. Who will win? Everybody told Pandavas will win. Surya Devata could not accept it because Karna happened to be his son, and he knew that nobody can kill Karna as long as this Kavacha and Kundala is there with him. As long as Karna is there, Duryodhana cannot be defeated. So therefore, he was worried that Karna should not be taken for granted. He should not be cheated by someone. As even this debate was going on, Indra decided that I will go to Karna as a Brahmana, noble person, then I will cheat him, asking his Kundala and Kavacha. Because his giving nature was unconditional, so I will go and cheat him like that. As even Surya Devata came to know, he comes to Karna and gives a warning. Viditam te nashilam te sarvasya jagatas yatha tvam bhikshita sadbihi dadasyeva nayachase. My dear Karna, everybody came to know, even the divinities in the heaven came to know about your character, about your commitment for Satya. And by that only you are going to be cheated. Upayasyati shakrastvam pandavanam hitepsaya brahmana chadbhana karna kundalapa jihishaya. Indra will come in the form of a brahmana, a noble man. He will ask you that kavacha and kundala. Then Karna asks, what is the use of my kavacha and kundala for Indra? No, it is due to Pandavanam hitepsaya. Because he wanted to do favor to Pandavas, and Arjuna happened to his manifestation, his son. Therefore, he wanted to favor Arjuna. By cheating you, he wanted to favor Arjuna. Therefore, what you should do? Tasmai prayachamanaya na deye kundale tvaya kavachena samayuktaha kundalabhyam chamanata avadhyastvam rane rinam iti vidhi vacho mama. Therefore, you should not give this kundala and kavacha. Why? Because it is your protecting weapon. As long as these two are there, nobody can destroy you in the war, in the battle. You will be invincible. Therefore, you should not give even when Indra asks. Then Karna gives the reply. Prasadaye tvam varadam pranayacha bravim yaham nan nivaryo vratad asmad aham yadyasmite priyaha. O my Lord, I am your beloved. I am your beloved bhakta. Therefore only you have prophesied that my life is at danger. But still, I cannot obey your suggestion. What happened? Why? I am telling for your benefit only. No, I cannot obey you because vratad asmad aham yadyasmi. I have taken a vow that I will give anything, whatever I have, whoever asks. Yad agacchati mam shakro brahmana chadbanam vrataha dasyami vibhudas shreshta kundale varmachottamam. I will certainly give it to Indra. And I wonder what is the use of my kavacha and kundala to Indra. Because Indra is a person in whose house Chintamani is there, in whose house Kamadhenu is there, in whose house Kalpaka Vriksha is there. Such a person, the king of the Devatas, is going to be in front of me as a beggar. What is status I will get? Oh my Lord, what is status? Therefore I am going to give whatever he asks. Why you are so adamant, Karna? Why you are so adamant? Vradam vai mamalo koyam veti kritsnam vibhavaso yathaham duchamukkebhyo dadyam prananapi dhruvam. You know, my Lord, you know why I am so adamant. Because it is my vow. It is my vow. Anything anybody asks, if I have, I will give. My giving was and will be unconditional. Even if it is my life, I will give it. No, you will die. If anyone has life danger, they need not follow all these normal rules. When they are normal, they can follow Satya, Dharma and other things. But when your life is in danger, you should follow Apat Dharma. Therefore, it is not bad. Even if you tell a lie, even if you withdraw your promise, it is not bad. Therefore, you can tell lie so that you can escape from death. Then Karna says, Oh Bhagavan, why you are testing me? You are the embodiment of truthfulness. Because of your truthfulness only, you have become a Surya Devata. All Devatas become Devatas because of their character in their previous life as human beings. So you are the Sakshi that your truthfulness, your character certainly pays back and gives you a divine hold. Still you are telling that I can give up my character and truthfulness. How it is? Are you not aware that telling lie is called death? Telling lie is called death. Now you are asking, in order to avoid death, you tell lie. Therefore, I don't bother to die, but I am afraid of telling a lie. One single lie will destroy not only this Janma, Janma after Janma, my Janma after Janma will be destroyed by one single lie. See, such a powerful person is afraid of one single lie. What about us? Only Bhagavan has to say. So, bhibemina tatha mrityo yatha bibhe anrutadaham pradane jivitasyapi name atrasti vicharana. Give up arguing with me. Name atrasti vicharana. It is all taken for granted. I can never give up my promise. I can give up anything, whatever I have, except this promise. Bhibemi, I am not afraid of mrityu as I am afraid of telling a single lie. Pradane jivitasyapi name atrasti vicharana. Even if it is my life, I cannot take back my words, my promise. Then what to do? Because of Putra Pasha, because of filial love, the Surya Devata tried to save his son. But son was so adamant in keeping this promise. Then he told, all right, at least follow this second suggestion. When Indra takes a gift from you, he will offer a gift to you. Then you should ask Shakti Ayudha. Shakti Astra you should ask. Then Karna asked, what? I should get back something from him? No, never. I am the giver. I am always the giver. I cannot take anything from him. If I take something from the receiver, then it will be a business. It will be exchange. I cannot be like that. I cannot ask. Then Surya Devata says, you need not ask. If he offers, then please accept it because it will help you in fighting. Due to persuasion of Surya Devata, Karna accepts to obey his father because it is not going to contradict his promise. Then, next day, Indra comes in the form of a noble man, Brahmana, and asks this Kavacha and Kundala. Yedetat sahajam varma kundale chattavanaga yedat utkritya me dehi yadi satyavrato bhavan. Hey Karna, I heard about you lot of things. If you are a man of truth, then offer me your Kundala and Kavacha. If, then Karna says, if, can you use the word if in my life? I am always a giver. Take it. Immediately he gives. Then everybody was wondering, including Shakra, including Indra, wondered, how is it possible? Without even winking your eyes, winking your eyelid, you have immediately offered. Don't you know who am I? Then Karna says, I know who you are. Who you are, I know. Yesterday itself, my father came and told in dream that you are going to come, and I argued with him that I will give if I am asked. Therefore I have given. Then the receiver became giver. Who was the receiver? Indra was the receiver. So he could not withstand that giving, nature. In front of a giving person, a receiver cannot stand. So he also will feel like giving something, whatever he has. So please ask something. Other than my Vajrayuta, Because he was afraid of his position. Na? Vajrayuda holds his position. Other than my Vajrayuda, any weapon you find that it will be useful to you, please take it. As instructed, Shakti Ayuda was accepted by Karna. So, Tatashakra prahasan vanjayitva karnam loke yashasa yojayitva kritam karyam pandavanam himene tatah paschat divam evotpapat. Having cheated Karna, at the same time having established Karna's glory in the world, Indra went back to his place and Karna passed this beautiful test, first test over. Then second test. Second test comes from the still superior place. Second test is from Bhagavan Krishna himself. Having tried to convince Duryodhana to go along with Pandavas, to be friendly with Pandavas, having tried and having failed, now Bhagavan silently comes to Karna's place, tries to tempt Karna in one way, and at the same time tries to establish Karna's greatness to the society. So he comes there and he says, my dear Karna, you know the secret of your birth? Karna knew that. Do you know the secret of your birth? You are none other than the eldest son of Kunti. Therefore you come back. Aha. I thought you want to tell that secret again. Now you have come with a mission. Oh. Then your brothers will accept you. Therefore you come. I myself will do Pattabhisheka. Therefore you come. And coming back to your family is not adharma. Therefore you come. 4 arguments. So an ordinary person, yes, I am going to my parent. What is the harm? The person will tell. Correct? I am the son of Kunti. Therefore I can go. Like that one can justify his giving up his promise to Duryodhana. Here Bhagavan says, Maya sardhamito yatam adyatvam tata pandavaha abhijanant kaunteyam purvajatam yudhishtirat padau tava grihishyanti bhratara pancha pandavaha aham cha tvam abhishekshami prithvi patim tvameva karna janasi vedavadan sanatanan Tvameva dharmashastreshu sukshmeshu parinishtitaha. Karna, you are a man of wisdom. These are the methods of cajoling someone, you know. Krishna was expert in those things. He knew how to talk to whom, when, how much. So he says, you are a man of wisdom. You know all these dharma sukshma, therefore you are Kunti's son, therefore you come back. And when you come back, don't think other brothers will reject you. I am there to guide them and I am there to make you as a Raja, emperor. Whole empire will come under you. Just one day, that's all. All your insults in your whole life will go away. And this Arjuna who used to criticize you as Sutaputra, he will fall at your feet telling that you are my eldest brother. Come. See what an onslaught you see. Then Karna says, no, my dear, it is impossible for me to do that. Why? Sarvam chaiva abhijanami pando putrosmi dharmataha nischayat dharmashastranam yathatvam Krishna manyase. My dear Krishna, what you told is truth, that I am the son of Kunti. I know before itself. I know the truth that I am son of Kunti and I am the eldest of all Pandavas. Still, I cannot come back. Why? I cannot give up my Duryodhana. Why you cannot give up your Duryodhana? Janan mam kim maha baho sammohayitum ichchasi Dhritarashtra kule Krishna Duryodhana samashrayat maya trayodasha sama bhuktam rajyam akandakam. As though you don't know, Krishna, you are asking why I am not able to why I am not able to desert Duryodhana. You know the truth. When I have none in my life who can respect me as I am, when I have none, this was the person, he was the person who has respected me and gave me a life. He made me king. Not only has he made me king, he made me his lifelong friend. So I cannot give up my promise which I have given to Duryodhana. Not only that, I have taken his food for last 30 years. No, you can pay back. When you become emperor, you can pay back whatever he wants. You also can give bigger Rajya to him as a payback. If you don't come, you will lose the golden chance in your entire life. Karna says, no problem. What golden chance? What golden chance? Na prathivya sakalaya na suvarnasya rashibhihi harshad bhayadva govind mithya kartum tadutsahe vadat bandhat bhayad vapi lobhat vapi janardana anrutam notsahe kartum dhartarashtrasya dhimataha. Giving up my promise, you label it as a golden chance in my life to establish my supremacy, and I consider this tempting nothing but trash. Because having given up my promise, having become a cheat to my friend Duryodhana, even if I get anything, all the three worlds, I don't bother. Na prithivya sakalaya, entire world let it be under me. Let entire world come under me. Na suvarnasya rashibhihi, let me get mountains of golden ornaments. Hey Govinda, mithya na kartum ichchasi. I can never be a cheat. No, there is a fear that your life is under threat. You may die. He says, Bhayadvapi. You talk about death to me. Day in, day out, I was dying by insults of other people. Where you went that time? My dear, where you went that time? Before giving the promise to Duryodhana, you should have come my side. Duryodhana is a adharmi, he is a papi, so much patakas he has done. That is his problem. My friendship towards him is what? Unconditional. I never told, as long as you are going to be a dharmi, I will be your friend. I never told. It is his problem. I also know he never respects the elders. He never gives anything dana. Other than giving to me a rajyam, I never saw anything he has given to others. He is a kanjus, I know that. He is a dharmic person, I know that. But my friendship, my promise doesn't depend upon his character. Suppose somebody comes to you asking 10 rupees. A beggar comes to you asking 10 rupees. Sir, please give 10 rupees. If you ask, I will give only to a person who doesn't tell lie at all. Do you tell lie? No, sir, I don't tell lie. That itself is lie. Okay? So I cannot be a giver. I cannot be a man of charity knowing others' character. Others' character will be as they are. My charity, my promise, my giving doesn't depend upon their character. Give it up. Give up this argument that he is papi, therefore I should not be with him. What about you, my dear? You are Bhagavan. You are Bhagavan. You also with a papis. Hey, where I was in papi? Can you reject a papi in your creation? You also help papis. As being Bhagavan, you also help papis. You don't bother about. If anybody asks why you are helping adharmic people, why you are helping papis, what you will tell? Name dveshosti na priyaha, you will tell. You will tell, I don't have partiality. I cannot treat people in a different way. Being Lord, I cannot treat. So neither you nor I can treat people as they are, because we both are bound by a promise. You are bound by a promise that anybody asks you, you will give it. I am also bound by the same promise. Anybody asks anything, I have. You have everything. I have small thing. But whatever it may be, promise are same in both cases. You will be destroyed. Karna, in this war you will be destroyed. Don't you know that? Karna says, I know that. I will be killed by Arjuna, I know that. You have already decided, that also I know that. I know that. Still you want to be that side? Still you want to be the losing side? Karna says, yes, I want to be at the losing side. Why? Because Shastric assertion should never go waste. What is the Shastric assertion? Satyameva Jayate, it has told. So if I come to Pandava's side, naturally all the Pandavas will hand over the country to me, and I will hand over the country to Duryodhana again. So then it will be Asatyameva Jayate. If Duryodhana wins, what happens? Asatyameva Jayate. So it should not happen. Kshapayishyati na sarvan saha suvyaktam maharane viditam me rishikesha yato dharmas tato jayaha. Wherever dharma is there, there alone jaya is there. That I know. Yudhishthira's side dharma is there. Therefore he should win. If he has to win, I should not go to Pandava's side. Aham chanye charajano yachatat chakramandalam gandhivagnim pravekshame iti me nasti samshayaha. I don't have any doubt at all that all of us will be destroyed in the Pandava Agni, because we are on the wrong side. I may be a man of character as far as my personal life is concerned, but if you take from the standpoint of the society, I am at the wrong side. Therefore, I also should die. Then Bhagavan could not do anything. So Karna passes the second test. Then third test. Third test from another powerful source, emotional source. One is Surya Devata, another is Bhagavan, third one is Mother. Mother comes because Krishna himself sends, go, somehow managed to bring him. I know that he will not come. If he says he will not come, ask one boon. Then Kunti understands, oh, for this reason only you are sending me. Okay, I will go through that insult. Not to bring Karna, but to ask a boon from Karna that he will not kill other Pandavas and he will not use Nagastra second time. Two boons he wanted to. Because against Arjuna, so many factors are there. Bhagavan being the protector of Arjuna, he had to manage all the scene. So, sends Kunti. Kunti knew at which time Karna will be sober. After the worship, Karna will be sober. No Ragadvesha will be there. Because it is going to be an emotional war. Knowingly, a mother has deserted the child. Even after finding that child, even after seeing day in, day out that child, the mother refuses to accept the child. And now she is coming at the end of the life of the child. She is coming, asking him to come and join with me. How it will be? It is nothing but cheating. It is nothing but playing with emotions of the child. It is like a mother who has given up the child, finally understand in the child's name some 100 crore is there. Now mother says, oh, you are my child. How it will be? And all the while the child was treated as servant in her own house. How it will be? That was the condition. So Kunti comes. Kaunteyastvam na radheyo na tavadhiratah pita nasti sutakule jataha karna tadvidhi me vachaha karna shobhishyase nunam panchabhir bhratruvirvrataha devaihi parivrato brahma vedyamiva mahadvare. You are Kaunteyaha. You come back to my home and all the 5 brothers will accept you as their eldest brother, and I will make them to obey your commands. You will be shining like Brahma in a Yagashala. There are 4 hotas are there. Brahma, Advaryuhu, like that. Like a leader of the Yaga, shining. You also will be shining, surrounded by your brothers. Then Karna asks, where you were all these days, my dear mother? Where you were? Do you remember that day when I entered that meeting hall, Rangamandir, where the Pandavas and Arjuna was declared as the greatest one? When I challenged Arjuna, when everyone criticized me as Sutaputra, Sutaputra, you never opened your mouth. But my Duryodhana alone opened his mouth, and he came in my favor and gave me a new status. Now, I don't consider that you have come to give some favor to me. I know that you have come here to ask some favor from me. You need not hide, because you have every right, being my mother, you have every right to ask. I will obey whatever you ask. Then Karna says, Navai mama hitam purvam matruvat cheshtitam tvaya sa mam sambodhayasi adya kevalatma itaishani. Kevalatma itaishani. Kevala atma itaishani. How can you become so much selfish, my dear mother? Little bit motherhood should be there. Never bothered about the welfare of the child, neither in the past nor present. When you gave up me, what was your idea? That by giving up, you will be all right. Now you are calling me. Now what is the idea? By calling me, you will be all right. You never bothered about my welfare. So Kevalatma Hitaishini, never you thought of the welfare of the child. But still, I will obey whatever you want from me, you can ask. Then Kunti says, why you are so much adamant? All those things are all past thing. Forget the past. At least now you come, we will live together. Sarvakamai savibhaktaha pujitascha yatha sukam aham vai dhartarashrana kuryam tad afalam katham anrusham sayam atho vrittam rakshan satya purushochitam atho arthakaram apyetat na karomi adyate vachaha. I may disobey you, that I will not come back with you, but I will obey you. Whatever you ask, I will give you, because I cannot desert my friend. I cannot forget my promise given to him. I will not send you and with empty hand. Whatever you want, please ask. Then Kunti asks these two. Then he says, Nate jatu na shishyanti putra pancha yashasvini nirarjuna sakarnava sarjunava hate mayi. I will never kill your other children, even though I have the capacity to do that. He had the capacity. He could have killed all the other 4. Either Arjuna will live or I will live. But you will be the mother of 5 children. Putraha pancha yashasvi. You will be the mother of 5 children. Your children will be always 5. Please go back. Like that, 3rd test also passed. And where is the question of Karna is winning? Everywhere he is losing only. He is nearing his death. Now you see the winning scene. You all know that day when Arjuna hit him, he was on the deathbed and his prana was not going at all. Suddenly Arjuna saw Krishna has disappeared. Where Krishna went, we don't know. That fellow was not dying at all and Krishna also not there. He was wondering, Arjuna was wondering. So when Karna was on deathbed, a Brahmana comes and says, "Oh, I have come here to ask a boon from you, to take something as charity." Then Karna says, "When I was there with all life and power and position, you did not come. Please ask me. Whatever I have, I will give." Last test, even at the deathbed. Then Bhagavan says, "Give all your punya." Who will ask this? Can anyone ask? Then immediately Karna understands it is none other than Bhagavan himself. So what he did, he gave the punya along with the punya which will born by giving this punya. Say punyam tande. All the old punyas, bank account I am going to give. That this giving action is there. This also is going to produce one more future one. Along with that I have given, take it, like that. Then the receiver simply declared to the world, "See, here is a person who never bothered about dying, even at the cost of denying a future comfort which will be in the form of heaven. Punya will lead to heavenly abodes. That also he has denied, just to keep his promise. Now Bhagavan says, ask any boon." Then Karna says, "Whole life I was a giver of boon. Even Bhagavan, you cannot make me as a receiver. The status that I am the giver to even Bhagavan, can you deny this status even? So I have been given this grand opportunity of giver to the even Lord. Therefore, I don't want anything." Suddenly Arjuna saw Bhagavan is sitting near Karna, keeping Karna's head on the lap. Bhagavan has given his lap to Karna's final time. Shastra says, when you pass away, thinking about the Lord, you will get Bhagavan. Here Bhagavan is sitting in front of him and keeping the head of Karna, giving final departure. That is a success. It's a spiritual success. So ultimately, Karna wins in his life as a truthful person, became favorite to the Lord himself. Even in worldly terms, it was a success, because of which till today we are talking about this great person. How many people lived in this world? We don't know their names also. Now till date we are talking about this person who was given up by his mother, who was given up by his society, contemporary society, who was denied every blessed thing in life. Just by sheer character and self-effort, he has established himself in life, and that also he has given up for the sake of truth. Therefore, the scriptural assertion, Satyameva Jayate, is truthful assertion. So far we have seen the scriptural evidences for this assertion. Hereafter in the future classes, we will see historical evidences how Satyameva Jayate in the future classes. Satyavratam Satyaparam Trisatyam Satyasya Yonim Nihitancha Satye Satyasya Satyam Vrita Satyanetram Satyatmakam Tvam Sharanam Prapannaha. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu.